Morning, everyone. Hope everybody's doing well. Just gonna lower my seat a bit. I realized a few episodes ago I was a little out of frame, so sorry about that. Alright, I moved over one of my monitors. So, actually I have a consistent monitor to work with now. So I shouldn't have to, have everything on one screen on my laptop, which is great. Okay, while this is getting started and possibly people join, I'm just going to check the audio on my stream. Alright, coming through good. Coming through well, excuse me. Excuse my bad grammar here. Alright, so if you tuned in last time, I had a bit of a moment where I died to the Bomb Guardian, which is unfortunate. Because now I'm a little disoriented. I was not careful with him, and I don't know, I'm musing about this boss as to whether it's actually a good boss or not. Okay, I gotta do this again. So yes, I do have chats available. I am monitoring chat on YouTube and on X and Twitch and Kick all at the same time. Someday that'll pay off, I suppose. Okay, alright, we need the bombs to do that. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, man, I lost a lot of progress, jeez. This thing shows up. Remember talking about this guy. Gotta use the opposite. Okay. Hello, what are these? I don't think I did that last time. Oh. It's probably just to get back up there. Just in case you can't figure it out. But let's test it. Yep, there we go. Okay. Nice little way to get back, just in case. Ugh, okay. Bird o'clock. Time to officially start the stream. Okay, got this dark energy possessing these guys. I'll try to do this quick. Might as well scan them. Dark Quad MB. It's basically like the regular one, but just gotta... Seriously? It's kind of a cool way to kill these guys. Except then this happens, which is annoying. Come on, do your thing. I feel like that's kind of a good use of... I mean, I could be wrong. Could be wrong. But the Metroid Prime, I'd say because of the 3D world and the different mechanics they put in place, there's different, like, how do I want to say it? There's more combat available to something like the boost ball. Like in other games, you could roll around and lay bombs, and because of bombs, there was always a form of combat for them. But in the 2D games, you really couldn't do much with that. At least, if you did, it was just like a cool way to like kill a boss, like in Metroid 2, rolling into the boss's mouth was a nice little touch there. And blowing up him from the inside. Like, I think even in Metroid Dread, I mean, you could do that with Kraid if you managed to get the morph ball before you got there. But there really wasn't anything else, I think, as like you have to use this here and there to kill an enemy. So in that, I think Metroid Prime 2 and 3 and 1, 2, and 3 actually did a fairly decent job of evolving the morph ball mechanic into something that's actually viable in combat, and as demonstrated in those enemies right there. You know, you shoot their head off, or you wait for their vulnerability to show underneath them, and then you roll underneath them, you blow them up. It's kind of cool. It's a nice way where two mechanics actually kind of that have different functions overall. Morph ball is more about mobility and navigation, and your first-person shooter mode is for combat. It's kind of a way that the two mechanics complement one another well, rather than detract from one another. Like, you can use the morph ball in certain situations. Like, you can use it to blow things up, but most of the time you're not, except when the situation calls for it. Most of the time you're going to be using your blaster. But there's just a nice little, nice little way they work it in there. Sorry, didn't mean to hit that again. Yeah, those of you who've been following me and have read a lot of my tweets and things like that and stuff, I'm pretty big on things like mechanical storytelling and and what do you call it? Where mechanics actually work together rather than not. Like, if they tried to make the boost, like the morph ball, a viable combat option, or like, okay, here's another example. Like, the boost ball ended up being a more viable combat option than your gun. Like, your gun, like this, your main mode of combat in Metroid Prime is this. You run around and you shoot things. But imagine if partway through the game, your morph ball just happened to be better. Like, it was just better to do anything. And even though you're getting all these upgrades, you're getting all these missile upgrades and everything like that, it doesn't matter, because you just know that in every encounter I'm going to just morph into my morph ball and kill everything. Like, that would be two game mechanics detracting from one another, not not enhancing one another. I think that would be a good example of that. Whereas in this case, it's you have the main mechanic, which is the gun, and then the boost ball, the morph ball, is like navigation and some combat, and so that's kind of nice. What I'm getting at though is that in the back of my head, I'm always thinking about Echoes of Wisdom, which I've ranted about more than I probably should. But I'm really disappointed in that game because there was such a lot wastes of opportunity in that game. They could have. The sword mechanic was just too fun to use and too overpowered that, like, why would I use echoes? I'm getting all these combat echoes, but they just take forever to do anything. Like, I cast them and then I just run around. And then that's it. And then, like, I wait for my echoes to kill everything. Like, that wasn't really fun to me. What was fun was turning into Link and then killing everything killing everything with a sword. It was way faster, way more efficient. That's what I'm getting at there. But I'll stop ranting about that so I can actually kill this boss. Last time I died and it was really frustrating. Like, I wasn't careful enough. And I don't like this. I don't like how they want me to do this. At least, I think that's how they want me to do it. Why? Seriously? Yeah, so, okay, the way this boss works, you have to hurt it enough times so that thing comes up. Now, then it does this, but it doesn't stay like that. It is, like, that's the only way to really hurt it. It doesn't stay like that. I wonder if I can boost ball it. That might be... No, I don't think I can boost ball it. Yeah, because of this right here. Like, watch, right, if I... Yeah, it's just hurting me. So you have to do these, like, convoluted... This is where I lost a lot. Oh, wait, maybe I can do it right here. Let's see. No, too far away. I'm really tempted to just watch a video that helps me beat this thing fast, because it's so annoying. I'm gonna do that right now, because if that's the way they want me to do it. How to beat Bomb Guardian Metroid Prime 2. Newbie need help with Bomb Guardian. Barrage of bombs can be overwhelming. Focus on the path and the tracks. Target in big... What? Okay, let's see. I just started playing Metroid Prime 2. This is from 17 years ago on GameFAQs. Anybody remember GameFAQs? It's still around. Let's see. I already died half a dozen times. You have to hit it a bunch of times in the tail. Oh no, wait. That's not the Bomb Guardian. What is this enemy? Let's see. How to beat... Oh, that's the Bomb Guardian. How to beat Power... Bomb... Boss. I didn't get the spider ball. Did I get the spider ball? Do I have the spider ball now? Oh, maybe this is the spider ball. Okay, not power bomb boss. Okay. God. Spider ball boss. Spider guardian. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm watching a short video here. Yep, it is. It is just as dumb as I thought. You just gotta. Yeah, you just gotta roll around, and try to hit it with your bombs. I don't like that. Don't like that one bit. Okay. That's the way we gotta do it. That's the way we gotta do it. This is definitely a mark against Metroid Prime 2. Sorry. But this is just silly. See, look at that. I have to like basically get hurt. Which okay. So now it does that. Then this oh thank God. Okay. Okay. Well, now I'm down to half life, and this is where I died last time. So, yeah, I'm definitely on team. This is a silly boss, and I don't like how it was designed. You could be like, Jason, you just suck at this game, which I could just suck at this game, but this just feels like a unnecessarily difficult way to beat a boss. Oh gosh, see, look at I didn't know I could. Okay, all right. I think with yeah. Okay, good. Now see, this is the problem I faced last time because this doesn't last forever. Like, he's gonna go up here, and then it's gonna... Okay, good. Oh, thank God. Yeah, that's where I died last time. Yeah, Metroid Prime 2 came out at a time where the internet was still in its, like, Wild West phase, and, like, I was in high school at the time, and not, like, perpetually online. I'm so glad I grew up in that time. In the 90s and in the early 2000s. That was my childhood. I loved it. Oh, look at that. That's nice of them. It's like they know that this boss is kind of annoying, so they give you health. So there wasn't like... when... There was like... oh man, it was such a simpler time. The controversy around games was never like a controversy. It was just like, yeah, I like this game. You don't like that game? Well, you're kind of dumb. And then you were friends with people, and that was it. It wasn't anything. It was never anything that turned into like online discourse just devolving into madness. There was a certain amount of fun that has been lost in the internet age of gaming. Like, and as I stand here and learn about game design so I can criticize games more properly, um, which I do think is fun, but I don't know. Like I kind of get how back then, with the internet not being what it was, and games being relatively seen as like a child's thing, that there was just I don't know, an innocence to video games that just doesn't really exist anymore. And I don't even mean innocence in like, oh no, it's Grand Theft Auto and there's blood and violence and things like that. I mean like your gaming opinions are taken way, way, way more seriously, which, as I say that, I know that contradicts part of my own motivation to move gaming discourse into a better space of, you know, critically analyzing games and things like that. Okay. It's what I want. I do want games to be taken more seriously because I think that whether I like it or not, they are such a huge part of our culture now that their influence is insane. Not insane in like, I don't mean that as like a negative thing or a positive thing. It just is. Like, games are so important now. Okay, hang on. I gotta think for a second. Alright. There's only one. Oh, can I go to that one too up there? Yeah, I think I need to go to that one up there. Oh, there's another one. Okay, that's what I was doing wrong. Maybe blow up that one. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to... Yeah, okay. Alright, time to focus for a second. Then maybe I'll restate my point, because, I don't know. At this point in my streaming career, I'm more about getting stuff that can get me good clips rather than... Oh, wait, no. Oh, I see. Uh-huh. All the cool kids who are telling me how to get followers and stuff on YouTube are telling me it's all about the clips right now. That's what they're saying. So, like a good child of the 90s, I'm gonna do what all the cool kids are doing. Oh, I see. Okay. Alright, so first thing I gotta do is go over here. Now I gotta wait for... Okay, yeah, this is gonna... Okay, I gotta do one more cycle. Yeah, okay. I think I can do this now. See, this part is not so bad because it feels more puzzle related. Oh, come on. And there's more room to move around. And I'm... Nope, I was completely wrong. Alright, what the heck am I doing wrong here? I want it to go up. Okay, so go up. Go up. Should go up. No, but why is it going that way? And then it's going to hit that thing. Can I not? What am I missing here? Yeah, and then it drops down. I'm missing something. Alright. Time to consult again. Spider Ball. Metroid Prime 2. Boss. Wait for the ad. I will admit that stuff like this, looking up guides, does hurt my pride a bit, but I'm on stream right now, and I realize that there's potentially going to be times where I don't want to waste people's time. Alright, let's see what's going on here. What's that button? Oh, I'm so dumb. Yep. That's what I was missing. Yeah, there's definitely I don't know, when it comes to streaming, I'm learning a lot on the effects it has on you, and I definitely feel I'm like 20% dumber when I stream, because I'm kind of worried about, one, I'm trying to maintain a conversation, and two, there's just like that subconscious awareness that, oh great, yeah, there's the subconscious awareness that people are watching me, so I have to perform. Sorry, I have to miss the cycle again. I can't get up there fast enough. Come on. Ugh, I'll just eat the damage. Yeah, I thought that this was above. Yeah, okay, hit that one. That one. Oh my gosh. This angle is terrible. There we go. Do it. Do it. Thank God. Oh, okay, no time for a sip of coffee. Of course. Might as well get hurt a bunch of times before. Alright, where's the last one? Oh, seriously? I gotta do both? All three of them. Okay. Okay, I have to be patient here. How much time? Okay, that's a significant amount of time, but let's see if I can do this. I do not remember this being this frustrating as a kid. shoot. Okay, good. I want to do this right here. Good. Okay. Now we go fast. Oh, seriously? Okay. Ugh, I should not have done that. Why would they put a slope there? And I trapped it in. Ugh. That is so freaking annoying. Oh, man. I do not remember this being this frustrating. Come on. I think I did it. Oh, okay, good. Oh, man. This boss is... I do not like this boss. Not only, like, Metroid Prime, the series, I feel like is pretty forgiving with its deaths. Okay, it's the old school way that if you died, you had to go back to your save point. Which, yes, you had to redo certain things, which is annoying, but it worked with the way that the game is laid out. You got to know the environment, navigating it wasn't too much of a problem. It was kind of fun. Yeah, it was a little frustrating. It's a little bit of a punishment for having to go back, but this boss, because it's so... you have to wait so much, like, the thought of doing that again was... I did not want to... I did not want to sit there and have to wait all that time to get the right moment, and... oh, man. That's what I talk about when waiting is really a hindrance to enemy design. Because it just doesn't make the enemies fun to play. Like, technically that boss didn't make me wait. I could attack it as much as I wanted to, but you really had to wait for that optimal time to attack. Otherwise, you just got hit too much, and then you died, and then you had to start the whole thing over again, and it takes like another 20 minutes. Like, it's already 5:24 here. I just wasted 20 minutes of my life, and whoever else decides to watch, if they watch, on beating that boss. And then if I died, I had to do it over again. Oh, man. I do not like that boss. I think there were better ways to plan that out. And I didn't pay attention to what I need to hit to use my bombs. Morph ball systems, bomb systems. I do this every single time. They tell me the control for doing something, and then I don't pay attention. Oh, the spider ball. I got the spider ball. That's why. Okay, I didn't get the power bomb. Alright, now how do I use it? It's usually pretty simple. How do I... oh my gosh, too. I didn't... Normally in Metroid games, this ability to jump is not given to you right away. Z, use Spider Ball. Thank you. Yeah, there we go. And I totally forgot about it. I was bomb jumping the whole time. I don't know why I didn't pick up on that when I watched the video. Yep, that would have made the fight a ton easier. And now I feel stupid. Like, me complaining about that boss is completely unmerited. And it probably is. If I were to fight this boss again, I would have a much easier time with it. Yeah, I did just beat the Spider Guardian, and I forgot I had the boost ball. I mean, not the boost ball. This jump ability. Because normal Metroid games, they don't give you that yet. That's an upgrade. So I was bomb jumping the whole time, and it was a lot more frustrating than I remembered it. So, yep. That's what happened there. I died last stream too to it, which was also really frustrating. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that there, because I don't remember this boss being that difficult. New games plus ID. Thanks for joining the chat, man. Not many people viewing at the prime time of 6 a.m. Central Time. I don't know if you're overseas or something, but this is my only time to stream. Why'd I go through the tunnel by the missile expansion? Because I didn't see that was the way to go. Thank you for pointing that out. Before you arrived, I was chatting about learning how to stream and play video games and be engaging at the same time. And I'm realizing it's not as easy as it looks. Thank you. 3:30 a.m. here. Awesome. So you must be on the West Coast or something like that. Yes, thank you for calling me out on that. I've mused about it before, but talking and playing a game like Metroid, where you have to think so much, is not easy. So this guy right here. If I'm correct, I don't know why, but he has a lore bit that is it him or someone else? Yeah. That for some reason I just always remembered because I thought it was pretty epic. What does he say? Luminoth lore. This is the only one I'm looking into. Keybearer lore. I don't need the clues. Maybe it is. Was it this guy? Yeah, this guy. Let this be the final testament of warrior Kuruk. I have no more shells for my weapons for the enemy. I have not but the blade and fist. Let them come. They wait in the works, hissing and slithering like beasts. Let them. When my war cry comes, there will be a dread final reckoning. Come forth, hated enemy. Let there be an end. I don't know why, but I just always remembered that. As a, I don't know, gives me Gimli in the Balin's Tomb vibes. Yes, you can. I just hit the button. So I'm playing on the Prime hack. I'm not playing natively on a Wii U or a Wii, and because of that, the button mappings are a little off, and I'm still actually getting used to which button is two, which is this one right here. I keep thinking it's a different button. It's like one of the A buttons because on the Wiimote it's one of these. So that's why. Sandrat0, thank you for the following on Kick. I appreciate that. So yeah, if you see me do anything weird like the controls are a little wonky at times, that's why. Like for example, when I'm charging my multi-missile, the missile button is this, is the X button. But in order to charge the multi-missile, you have to hold it down. But this is also the button now because of the remapped controls for Prime Hack is to look. So in order to charge it and actually aim properly, I have to do this convoluted button thing. Which if I don't know how old you are, but if you played Mega Man X in the old game, the very first one for Super Nintendo, you kind of had to do that if you were going to do a wall kick and boost at the same time. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the follow. So yeah, what I was going to say about I'm interested now into the thoughts on that boss. I'm not a speedrunner, but I'm wondering now if the speedrunning community for Metroid Prime 2, it's probably not very big, but how that boss is handled, because it feels like a gimmicky boss, where they kind of throw in something new. And even though I did say that I feel like the Morph Ball complements the battle system of the FPS shooting pretty well, it doesn't like overpower it and anything. I don't know, that boss felt a little bit too gimmicky, like they were really trying hard to work in something that didn't quite work. But again, it could have just been me. I definitely didn't play Prime 2 as much as I did Prime 1. Prime 1 I played to death as a child, as a teenager. And this game I played maybe a handful of times. Now I'm going to remember this, that I have the jump ability. Okay. Prime 3 I only played once. And I can't afford Prime 4 right now, so I figured I'd try my best to get through Prime 2 and 3 before I get to Prime 4. Metroid Prime 2 was a childhood game. I think it was like 2008 when I first played. Yeah, I definitely wasn't I wasn't expecting it to come out too, because Metroid's one of those series that Nintendo kind of didn't forget about it, but they definitely were like, we don't know what to do with this, so here, Retro Studios, you figure it out. Okay, phase on here. But I always loved the aesthetic of Metroid. And yesterday I was yeah, it definitely, yeah. Cuz I think Halo, you definitely were in the scene at the time. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but but yeah, I think Halo was already out when Metroid Prime 2 popped on, and that, I mean, if GoldenEye brought Oh, jeez. I thought that was a pit. I was like, how do I jump over this thing? If GoldenEye like really revolutionized first-person shooters and brought them to consoles, GoldenEye just completely not Halo completely standardized the method for first-person shooters. And so I think when Metroid Prime 2 came out, it might have suffered a little bit because everyone was so into Halo that, you know, the controls were still a little wonky. Halo 2 was in 2004. Okay, yeah, so Halo was definitely out when Prime came out, and it was something different, which I think what got it the following it did. That it wasn't Halo, it was Metroid. You know, it's you do get into fights and stuff like that, but definitely didn't follow the same type of linear storytelling that they were used to, and which kind of brings me to something I just read beforehand. But I follow this guy on X, Robin Poe. He's an indie developer. He's kind of snarky. Definitely has strong opinions on things, but I do think he knows what he's doing as a developer. And he made this comment that was said, writing, quote unquote, is killing Metroid. The series is actually famous for telling good stories with basically only tactical hype moments and aura, and I'd like it to return to that. And I kind of tend to agree with him on that, because there's, when it comes to like world building and building out a world, there's this idea that sometimes less is more, where if you explain too much, if you go too much into the story, you might actually kill any sense of like wonder or any sense of like intrigue in the player. And again, I haven't played Prime 4 yet, but Prime 4 is definitely going the more cinematic route with more characters and more voice acting and all that fun stuff. Again, which is not inherently a bad thing, but sometimes if you explain too much or delve too deeply into like a character or a world, you can kind of kill mystery or any drive to like explore or do things. And Metroid has always had that vibe of like, yes, you know what's going on, in the sense you know what Samus has to do. She's responding to a distress call or something. But when you get into the world, and then you're like, okay, I know what my objective is, but I don't know what happened here. And in a sense, like, the main story beats have already happened. Like, the main story of Metroid Prime 2, it's like, you get here and everyone's dead. And you're piecing it together, and that's the kind of method of storytelling that Metroid is kind of known for. Like, you don't know what happened, and the story you're piecing together is not the story you're actually playing. You're piecing together the story of what happened before you, and that is like the intriguing part of it. It's why I feel like a lot of people like Breath of the Wild over Tears of the Kingdom, because Breath of the Wild's method of storytelling was very much like, you could piece it together yourself. You didn't have to find all the memories in the correct order. And much of the time you're just wondering, what happened here? What happened to the ranch? What happened to this part? What happened to this? And it drove you to explore. Tears of the Kingdom had a linear story happening at the same time. And you could actually spoil the game for yourself if you found the tiers in the wrong order. I definitely think Tears of the Kingdom fell into that trap of, like, they started telling a story where less is more, and then they told more, and it was detrimental. Tears of the Kingdom is a great game. It's definitely an incredible game, and I think it actually would have been better if they had just made Tears of the Kingdom instead of Breath of the Wild. Because right now, I enjoyed Breath of the Wild more. Anyway. Yeah. Sometimes less is more. We don't need... I'm glad that they were restrained with Samus in Prime 4. She seems to still be a silent protagonist, which I like about her. Or if she's going to say anything at all, let it be in Chozo like they did in Metroid Dread. But they've been hesitant to do stuff with Samus ever since Other M, and I think they're right to take a step back. And if they're going to do anything, do it slow, do it incrementally, and do it well. Have quality writers come in, and don't make Samus your just generic hero. Give her that's not what I mean. Not a generic hero, but like give her personality. Give her, I don't know, let her be socially awkward because she was raised by bird people. Let her be stoic, but also lean into the whole motherly aspect of her character, where she, rescues the baby Metroid. There's so many interesting things they can do with it that won't ruin the mystique. They can do more, but they have to do it right. Okay. Rant over. I have played the the multiplayer before for Prime 2. It's fun, but sadly it couldn't compete with Halo at the time. And when I got together with my friends, no one was like, "Hey, let's play Prime 2 multiplayer." So, that's it is what it is. It's a cool addition. I don't know if there's a Metroid Prime 2 multiplayer community. Is there? Maybe. That would be kind of funny if there was. A greatness eclipse, was that the name of the video? Because if it is, I wanna GoldenEye but without slappers. Slappers only. Yeah, it was definitely a time when then a lot of, because with the popularity of GoldenEye, everyone was like struggling. All the studios were struggling to figure out what to do, like what are the best control schemes and how to best put the first person genre onto a screen with a controller, with a gamepad. Okay, I stopped paying attention because I was talking so much, and now I'm like completely lost. This place is big. Hall of Combat Mastery. Where am I? There's a portal there. Alright. Okay, so we're at that part. Is the music here menacing? I have the volume turned down a bit. Let me see. The atmospheric music of Metroid, which was the only fault of Metroid Dread. Did not have the best music. Everything else was perfect in that game. Okay, I got the volume turned up a bit. Alright. Go up there, going across there. We'll see if we can get into there. Maybe we can't. So we're at the point in the game where Prime 2... Oh man, frame rate's dropping a lot. I wonder what's going on in my system. We're at the point in Prime 2 where it does something that it doesn't do normally. Where most of the time in Prime 2 you can just stick to the area that you're in and you don't have to leave it. You can complete everything without having to leave the area. But twice in the game, it does this thing where you have to leave the area and come back, and it only does it twice, which throws a lot of people off, and it definitely threw me off as a kid, where I didn't know like I had to leave and go all the way to the Torvus Bog now that I had the spider ball, because you didn't have to do that before. You could complete like 99% of these temples without having to leave them. And I remember very specifically wandering around this temple for hours and hours as a kid, not knowing where to go, until I scoured the map for the one place where I thought, hey, there might be something there. I go there, and then that's where you can get the power bomb and then go the way forward. Energy tank, I'm gonna get that. Come on. These guys are kind of cool, but also kind of annoying. I have a love-hate relationship with these guys. Alright. I don't think... Can I get that? Probably not yet. Alright. Yes. Yeah, the way it attacks. It is a dangerous enemy, and it is both fun to fight because it makes you have to not use your targeting, because you can't target it at some point. You have to actually manually aim, which is kind of a cool little thing they did. But it's also kind of annoying because if there's a lot of them, it can take a good amount of time. I do believe this is just a small shortcut. Yeah, okay, good. Aha. There we go. Morning, Tim. You missed me struggling to beat the spider ball guardian. Alright, now we're in the Ing Hive. Apparently I've been here before, even though I have no memory. Oh yeah, I have been here before. No memory of this place. Oh, there's a item there. That's why. Yeah, it's totally possible. I think I can actually target it. Maybe I'm just, I don't know, stream brained. That's what I'm going to call it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to blame all my mistakes on the fact that it's hard to stream and talk and play at the same time. That's what I'll do. All right. Great, okay. Did he come behind me? Did he? Yeah, I think Prime Hack is having trouble with these guys. That's because they... I don't remember them acting all glitchy. Or maybe they do that. I don't know. It's having trouble with the... freezing them, and then they also teleport. Okay. Okay, that's easy. Okay, good. I'm glad it's not just the game itself. Not the Prime Hack. So the theory is that Dark Aether is actually in the past. Oh, okay. The hint system has kicked in. I've lingered too long, and the game is helping me out. Which normal me would turn this off, but stream brain me might need some help. Okay, this is the big thing, because the hint system. Correct me if I'm wrong. New Game Plus ID, because you seem to know a lot about Metroid Prime games. But the hint system wasn't in the original, right? It wasn't until Prime Trilogy came out that they threw the hint system at you, because I do not remember this actually popping up. Yeah, I would not have known. It was in all versions of the game? Man. Maybe I just... Yeah, that's why I probably turned it off. I turned it off and didn't know. I probably turned it off because I had this mentality as a kid, and I still do when I play some games, that I want to do it all myself. I don't... If I have the option to make things harder in games, I will. Except for right now when I'm streaming, because I don't want to waste people's time. And it is now bird o'clock. Oh yeah. Thank you for reminding me of all the game mechanics that I forgot. Yeah, another issue with the Prime Hack trilogy playing on a gamepad is that the switching scans and switching beams, it's all linked to the same, to the D-pad. So in order to switch beams, I have to hold down this trigger or this right bumper and then hit it. So that's why that happens. So if you see me like randomly swap screens for some reason, like visors for some reason, while I'm fighting, it's not because I think it's cool. That's just the way it is, and the remapping is not perfect for Prime Hack. Yes, thank you. I was looking at that too. Okay, this I need the screw attack for. Alright, and unfortunately, it is that time again where kids gotta go to school, and I gotta start doing more responsibilities, so I'm gonna find a save station. And save my progress. unseen way is invisible pits. Oh, could I have used... Are there, like, invisible platforms there that I forgot about that I can scan with? Dark visor. Okay, I'll have to go back there and check. Maybe off screen. I also think that as I've gotten older, it's hard for me to be patient with games because I have such little time to play that a Metroid game where I'm supposed to take it slow and just look at my surroundings and think for a second I just start to intuitively be like, no, this is taking too this I should know how to do this. And then I miss an obvious hint that they gave me. Okay, I'll have to go back and check. Hopefully I didn't turn you away, New Game Plus ID, with my abysmal gameplay, but I promise it wasn't all. It's not always this bad. Sometimes it is, but mostly I'm trying to get people to stick around for the gameplay discussion and the lore discussion. If you want to come back and talk lore, I love lore. I love discussing lore and gameplay and stuff about the game. So, all right, I gotta run right now. Thanks for hanging out and for the follow, New Game Plus IP. I appreciate it a lot. If you're up in the early mornings, I stream weekdays from like 4:45 CST to about this time, about an hour. Tim, hope you're doing well. Everyone else, thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys later.